Hello, 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 all, and welcome to the Good Witch. This is your Virgo intuitive tarot reading for the month of November, the year of 2021. Yo, it's gonna be a good one. So, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. It's a very hyper, happy, bubbly energy coming off this reading. And in all reality, I know how half the time I hear a song that goes with the reading. I hear a song, but I don't know what it is. And it's not one that I can sing. It's a it sounds so silly. I'll get to it later. I know it's a song. It's probably on the radio and it's probably something my daughter knows. Anywho, let's look at your overall energy for the reading. If y'all are new, know that I get downloads in the middle of our reading, so most of the reading is completely divine, and I gotta be me, and sometimes me is a little off. It's okay. Be you. We're gonna look at your love, your money, and a message from the divine. Your whole message is about to be divine, so I would just plan to stay all the way through. The overall energy of your reading is trust. And this doesn't mean, in your case, to trust spirit. We're talking more so about trusting yourself, trusting your core, trusting your gut, trusting your solar plexus, trusting your heart, and trusting your crown chakra. Things that have once bound you are no longer going to bind you, because you're going to trust in spirit more than you trust in oxygen. You're going to need to trust in the divine and trust in God more than you trust in your lungs, more than you trust that when you inhale, oxygen goes in. You're going to need to trust in the divine like you trust that when you take a step, your feet going to land on the ground, that you're not just going to float away. You're going to need to trust in God like you trust in gravity. Do you hear me? Okay. Now, I told you this whole message is going to be dope. I just feel it in my bones. Literally. Whew. Let's look at your love. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. You have the Queen of Discs upright. We're given a blank slate. So, in your love life, it looks like, and I'm telling you, this is not what you have, this is not what you are doing, this is what you have done and will continue to do. And we're going to have to pull some more cards for this, okay? But overall, in your love life, you've been pulling back your emotions, making fewer emotional decisions, focusing on your main objective, your goal in finances and in love. And it looks like you're offering blank slates to anybody who has ever hurt you, who has ever left. It's not that you're opening the door for them to come back into their same position, but you just you pulled your emotions away. You hold no grudges. You're not upset. And at this point, you don't really give a damn who holds a grudge against you. You just pulled all your emotions back because you see the end goal of what you want. When you look at the Queen of Discs, she's looking at this long, windy road. She's holding on to what she's won. She's being stubborn in her thought process. And there's a long, windy road. But what I see for you and what I see for her If she's not looking, there's an easier, straightforward path, and that is what she's choosing. You've been known to skate down this long, windy road and roll down hills and have fun and all this other kind of stuff, but you just want to get to a goal. You want to get to a place. There's a certain destination that you're longing for, and you don't have the time, or you don't want to create the time. You know how you always hear people say, I ain't got time for that, I ain't got time today, or whatever the case may be. That's just how you're feeling. It's not that you're running out of time. It's just that you don't want to give any more time to anything or anyone that's not going where you want to go. Some of you are saying right now that you don't want to deal with people who don't see you. But you pulled your emotions back from a lot of situations so that you can work, deal with, be with, talk to, grow with anyone without having a love relationship with them. And that is kind of where you are, because you want a specific type of love relationship. Let's see. You're not giving right now. You are a priestess, but you're in self-love and self-giving mode. Weren't you in this mode last month? You're in more so this month. It's a continuation. Like there is someone that you want to give to, but you feel like this person is not behaving in a way that deserves your gifts. And by gifts, I'm not meaning physical. You want another level of stability. You want another level of focus. You want someone who knows how to pay attention to detail when it comes to you. You have the Princess of Wands that just came out, but she came out in reverse. Like she's ready to be pulled back and honed in. I hear my male Virgos. I hear a song for my male Virgos. And it's basically, that's what you want. Male Virgos are saying something like, they want someone to say something like, you can run the streets with your thugs. I'll be waiting for you until you get through. I'll be waiting. That's what y'all trying to hear. For my male Virgos. That's what y'all trying to hear right now. Like, you just want somebody to be there when you get home. Just no matter. Just don't matter. And my female Virgos, it's time. My female Virgos are cutting off old people, cutting off bad habits, cutting off anybody who doesn't want to be around, who you have to convince of your worth. You're very much in your swords energy. And I hear that same song, but I don't know what it is. And I feel so silly saying it. But okay, it's some work. Work. It's like one of those stupid songs by one of these really young artists, I think. Like I would know it if I heard it, and I don't know what he's saying to repeat it. But it's basically, I think it just means you want to work. Work. I don't know. Hopefully, if somebody can figure out what I'm talking about or what song that is, and you can write it in the comments, that would be dope. But work. It's like y'all are focused on something completely different. You are definitely not worried about anybody that's running the streets with their thugs. Not this month. And y'all are more, my female Virgos are more like, you run the streets with your thugs, you better have somewhere to stay when y'all out there. Don't come back here. Be out there with them. I'll see you next week. Not even tomorrow. I see you next week. I'm busy this week, and I ain't got time to deal with whatever you was doing in the streets with your thugs today, tomorrow, or the next day. So give me 7 to 10 business days, and I'll let you in. Okay. All right, ma'am. You're both focusing, both genders, both energies. And please know that when I speak of gender, I work in forms of energy. So take it how you want to. And that's not a disclaimer, that's just information. But just know that you're both looking for success in relationships. You're not holding grudges, and you're trusting the divine to put the right people in your life. You're going to have to trust in that, because neither of you are really focused on finding it. It's more so hoping that it finds you. It's more so hoping that it finds you, and it finds you in such a way that it's easy to handle, it's easy to deal with, and it loves you like you love it. But it's going to have to love you first, because you're in that princess, that Queen of Disc energy. And your Queen of Cups is still in reverse. Your Queen of Cups is very much in reverse. So you can love really strong and really stubbornly and really fiercely, but it's going to have to love you first. Even the male Virgos who are, you can run the streets with your thugs, and by that I don't mean you have to be thugging or do anything negative. It could just be you at work a lot. You gone a lot and you have to come home. When I get home, be there for me. Whatever it is that you're doing, I could be an entertainer, and when I leave, when I come back, I just need you there. So it could be something similar to that. But you're not going to fight them for it. And if they do, you will take excellent care of that situation and of that person. Excellent care. And they might not be sure of that, and you'll reassure them a couple of times, but you're not going to try to beat them over the head with it, because you want them to trust you like they trust gravity. People always say, well, I'll step out on faith. Every time you walk, every time you move, every time you set a cup on the table, you are having faith that gravity is going to pull it there, because history has shown that it has. Now, that may have been at one time where you stepped outside and you floated away. Probably not, dear. It could happen. It could happen if you go to the moon or some such. I don't know. Or wherever else, there might be some low gravity places on Earth. I think there are. So it could happen. But it's highly unlikely. So if you're where you're supposed to be, then gravity occurs. And you want people to trust you like they trust that they gonna get in their car and their car gonna drive on wheels and not float off into the air. Why not? You're worth that, and that's how you want them to feel. You want them to feel like you're worth that amount, that level of trust. But some of y'all need to go back and listen to that twice, because there were some things that I said in the beginning. This isn't over. There are some things that I said in the beginning that I feel like you really need to hear. Okay? So let's look into your financial life. Y'all, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. Please. Thank you. So your finances are changing. You have the devil. Your finances are changing based on seeds that you've planted. And I don't mean like your gestation period is almost over, if you understand what I mean. Like You planted seeds and they blossomed and they've been these little bitty buds and now they're turning into full grown stalks. You are not fighting with people over money or finances this month. You have the Tower in reverse. And you have the Nine of Discs in reverse. So your financial situation is changing and you're not fighting people for financial gain. You're not arguing about it. You're not having any conflict about it. You are just trusting and expecting that everything is working out the way it should. Okay, welcome back, Virgo. You plan on your finances being there like you plan on breathing. You plan on the things that you're doing, working out, like you plan on waking up in the morning. Like, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to do. I know I've been doing my part. I know I've been doing the things I was told to do. I know I went to work. I know I'm expecting a check. I know. And you are honestly getting rid of anyone that challenges that knowing. You are honestly moving out of the path of people who want to fight with you. Like, this is literally in reverse. Okay, so if you look at it right side up, you see it coming. There's a tower. There's things falling. There is flames flying out of the mouth of something or someone. And you see it and don't see it. What you're choosing to focus on is the dove in the corner flying away. So you are not dealing with anyone who has negative talk or anything that has negative talk, or you're trusting the divine, you're trusting God like you trust gravity, and that's it. There is no reason for anything else. And you're right. The seeds that you've planted, I've got a seed in the ground. You're walking into your season. You're walking into your season, Virgo. And you know it, and you feel it. And even if you didn't know it, you know it now. Let's look at your message from the divine. You have the Seven of Discs in reverse. You have the Knight of Discs. And you have the Five of Swords. And this is basically saying the exact same thing that your finances said. Failure is not, it's reaffirming it rather. It doesn't say the same thing, but it's reaffirming it. Failure is not an option. As long as you stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing and on what you want to do, and you keep your thoughts positive and your actions moving, nothing's defeating you. Now, you have had this lingering fear of defeat. You've had this lingering thought process that it might not work, that I might not be able to do this, that something that I thought was coming isn't coming, and you felt unprotected. But Spirit is saying, okay, I got you. God, your ancestors, the divine, the Orishas, whatever it is that you seek, is saying, I got you. Continue to do what you're supposed to. Honor me, acknowledge me, and know that I got you. So failure is not an option for you. Not this month. Not going into next month either. So, from now until about December 15th, failure is not an option for you. And you're going to have to trust that. And you do. So, please don't hang up. Don't leave. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. A little housekeeping. So, The links below. We need to make some announcements. The mentorship program that I closed off in October is open until winter solstice. It's open. It's still on sale. It's going to stay that way until winter solstice. And it's actually a third of the price that it normally is. Got it? There are some other things that are coming, but I want you to focus on the mentorship program if you're truly, truly ready to change your life for the way that you want it to. Yes, I am a spiritual coach, and yes, I am also a spiritual business coach, but just stay the course. Look at the links below. If you need a reading, the link is below. If you want a conjured candle, which I have seen show up on Google a lot lately, and that's cool. I love the growth of the culture, but you have to understand that going online and buying a conjured candle or conjured anything without ever speaking to the person that's making it, without them knowing what they're conjuring for you, is a very, very dangerous practice. It's like having someone throw roots at your house without knowing what they're for, because that's precisely what you're doing when they show up at your door. So if you actually want a conjured candle or a fixed candle that creates the change that you actually want, click the link in the description box below. Because what happens is, like, let's say you go online and you get a make money conjured candle or something like that, right? Or even a return to sender conjured candle, which is saying whatever is going on with me, send it back to wherever it came from. What if it came from some trauma that your mother went through? What if it came from some trauma that your father went through and you sending that back to them? Or what if your money candle comes in the form of a life insurance policy because something happened to someone that you care about? Be careful with these things. Be careful. Click the link in the below if you want a real one, or not even a real one that's designed for you, because they have to come with it. They come with a reading. Click the link in the description box below if you just need a reading to get back on course. And definitely click the link in the description box below if you're really, really ready to step out and change your life. Because I had closed this program and Spirit said, why you do that for? Open it back up. So it's open, and it's open for you now until winter solstice at the same very low price that it has never been. So peace, love, and light, y'all, from the Good Witch.